Young and the Restless spoilers reveal tensions in Sharon's storyline that could explode. One of the main characters in the series, The Young and the Restless, is facing an uncertain period in his life. She realized she needed to reflect on past events and decisions she had made. However, not all memories are pleasant. In a moment of contemplation, Sharon suddenly receives a disturbing reminder from Victor Newman, the man whose power ripples through generations in Genoa City. Victor refers to the tragic moment when the Newman farm burned down, an event that Sharon can never forget. That fire not only destroyed property but was also the turning point that forced Sharon to face a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. The memory of that fire seemed to once again evoke deep emotions, pushing Sharon into a state of instability. Through the conversation, Victor could not hide his concern for Sharon, but no one could be sure whether this was true or just part of his complicated plans. The relationship between Sharon and Victor always contains many layers of meaning, and this time is no exception. Meanwhile, Sharon continues to treat her bipolar illness with newly prescribed medication. But instead of providing stability, the medication caused unwanted effects on her sleep and emotions. This raised a suspicion that couldn't be ignored. Could her doctor have been influenced by someone to change the prescription? Sharon tries to get through this difficult period of adjustment, but she finds it increasingly difficult to control herself. As her condition worsened, she knew she needed to change her prescription. But with what's going on, she begins to worry if she's falling into some cunning plot. In an emergency situation, Sharon feels she cannot fight alone. She sent an SOS signal, and the first person she thought of was Nick Newman, her old friend and always a trusted shoulder. Sharon knows that no matter what she needs, Nick is always willing to be by her side. But the question remains, did Sharon's bipolar symptoms lead to unusual behavior? And in those moments of loss of control, will Sharon realize that she is gradually losing the ability to distinguish reality from reality? As for Nick, will he be able to help Sharon find balance in her tumultuous life in time? Sharon's story and the complicated relationships in her life continue to be a dramatic chapter in the saga of The Young and the Restless, as each character not only struggles with personal challenges but as for the roots of dreams related to the people around them. Sharon continues to treat her bipolar condition with new medication. But instead of providing stability, the medication had serious effects on her sleep and emotions. These side effects made Sharon even more confused and insecure. She began to suspect whether the doctor was being influenced by someone, changing the prescription without clear purpose. This leads to a series of speculations and suspicions, leaving Sharon unsure who to trust. Sharon tried to stay mentally strong to get through this difficult period, but her condition became increasingly difficult to control. As her emotions and cognition were affected, Sharon realized she needed to change her prescription. She begins to worry about the possibility that she may be falling into a larger conspiracy, as those around her may be plotting against her. In an urgent situation, Sharon feels she cannot cope alone. She sent an SOS signal. In this urgent situation, the first person Sharon thought of was Nick Newman, her old friend and always a trusted shoulder. Sharon trusts Nick and knows that he will never abandon her in times of trouble. No matter what she needed, she knew Nick would be there. Can Nick help Sharon solve her current difficulties and find peace in her life? Can Sharon overcome her mental health challenges and move on with her life without the influence of her past and current conspiracies? The answer will be revealed as her story continues to be explored, and secrets are gradually revealed in each episode of The Young and the Restless. The next developments not only determine Sharon's fate but also affect many other characters in the race for power and love in Genoa City. Young and the Restless says Sharon will be in some trouble and call for backup, so stay tuned. Subscribe. Yonder is where you want great Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates and news, so stop by often for more.